Hello, I have tried to film this clip a couple times and I keep rambling, so I'm sorry if I ramble. I feel like I haven't talked in a while. I also feel like I need to make like 100 disclaimers when I'm talking about stuff so that people understand like the whole behind the scenes of it, because I find as more and more people started like watching my content, a lot of people tend to like misinterpret things, and I guess I'll never be able to be 100% clear with everyone or have everyone understand everything, but yeah, like I try and be as clear as possible to people and people still misinterpret. Anyway, see, this is me rambling again. Yeah, hi, it's been a while and I feel like I always need to make a disclaimer because I'm like, sorry, I haven't like vlogged in a while, but honestly, it's been really hard because I've been trying to keep part of my life, especially with my son, like his privacy and things like that. With vlogging like every day and doing like things like this, it's really hard to make content because like he's pretty much been my everyday since he was born. Anyways, we're gonna get a workout in. I honestly have no idea what's on the menu for today for working out. If you don't know, I've been following Simply Manders, her workout program. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that before. We're doing the Functional Fitness Volume 2. My working out has been a mix of hers and a mix of mine. I also took up cycling. I don't know, I think I meant to upload a video about cycling on here, but a lot of personal stuff happened that it just didn't work out, and by the time I went to like edit it, I felt like it was just so irrelevant. And so I just like, I do that all the time. I like go to put in video, or I go to like edit videos or film videos and I'm like, no. Watch me do it with this one. We'll see if this one ever sees the day of light. Anyway, so I've been kind of mixing some of my training and her training, and on top of that, I've just been having so many issues with my body. I think there's some serious issues with my back, and I've talked about my back quite a while now, and I'm not really sure the direction of where I'm going with it. I think there's actually like some actual damage that has been done to my back, and as I get older, it's gotten worse over time, even though I've tried to fix it and work on it. I think there's just like nerve damage that's kind of done there. Like my physio explained to me, like as we get older, our discs tend to compress and it gets harder, and because I had a significant injury there, I'm not really sure what that means or what my future means when it comes to working out. Many years ago when I did cheerleading, I tore the labrum in my shoulder. It's always just been weaker, and with my back issues and with pregnancy, I wasn't working out as much, I wasn't going as intense. And then as I started to ramp up my training recently, that problem has now kind of shown its face, and unfortunately, like that won't ever kind of be fixed. With that, like I would have to have surgery or either have steroids or whatever, and because I'm not a high level athlete or I'm still young, in Canada I probably wouldn't be operated on, or it would take a long time, or they wouldn't even consider me, or I would have to go private, which I can't afford, and I don't know if it's necessarily worth it. So this little update about my body. My body's falling apart. I try and be like as positive as possible. I do all my physio work, but at the end of the day, it's not going great. And so when it comes to my training, I've backed off my weights, and now I have to, like I saw my physio this week, and now she wants me to back it off just a little bit more. And so things are just light for me, light-ish, and I'm not doing like full intense training. I still, I guess you could say, train CrossFit because I do follow the functional fitness on Simply Manders. I just try and avoid doing a lot of gymnastics work that I find just aggravates the shit out of my shoulder and isn't good for my back. So I just avoid it because, yeah, like I would like to get back into it. Like I want to get my toes to bar again. I want to do my handstand push-ups and all those things, but right now it's just not in the books for me, which really sucks because I really like that. I like that challenge, but just a different route of training right now. Right now it's just concentrating on a lot of just functional fitness, so a lot of weightlifting to an extent, and then accessory work and some WODs here or there. I do either the WODs that she recommends or WODs that I kind of created my own. If you guys are interested, I actually released a 25 workout, like it's 5 weeks and there's 25 WODs in there, and you can like, it's only $3, but if you want more work to add into your workouts or some more intense kind of workouts to do, they're kind of short ones or longer ones, like they can be like less than 10 minutes or 30 minutes, like it's really go at your own pace. Anyways, if you're interested, I'll have it linked down below, or you can check it out on my website. It's only $3 if you guys are interested. Anyways, okay, I am talking for too long. We did lower body yesterday, which my legs are very tired from that. I'm not gonna lie, they were just having a hard time. Okay, so we actually just have a cardio day today, which is good. It's her like endurance section. Whew, this one's gonna be, it's gonna be a long one. So they're 2 18-minute AMRAPs. The first one is 6 calories on any machine, 12 toes to bar, which I will just swap out for sit-ups, 18 dumbbell alternating hang, clean, and jerks, and then 24 double unders, which isn't too bad, honestly. And then you rest 2 minutes and do another 18-minute AMRAP. Same thing, except you're doing 6 calories on the machine, 12 mountain climbers, 18 dumbbell thrusters, and 24 double unders. So it'll be good. I'm probably gonna keep the weights light because, like I said, I'm trying to make sure that I don't hurt myself, and like we're going at a like okay pace. Honestly, it's good that it's like a bit of a shorter day because I've been talking for a long time and I'm running a little behind schedule. So I'm gonna try and film this at the same time. But something that also has been really important, which we have been trying to combat with all the issues with my body. This sounds really sad. So one of the issues is my posture is really bad, and it got even worse with pregnancy, because when you're pregnant you kind of slump like this more and you're breastfeeding, and with COVID playing and everything, I just became like, my posture, my neck, everything started slumping forward, which then gave me lack of mobility in my upper body, and thus creating issues, creating more strain on my lower back, which we don't want. We don't want more strain. So I've been trying to fix my posture. And that is a whole thing, because to fix your posture, it's not just the upper body, it's the lower body. So the back was strengthening your core, your lower back, getting flexibility in your hips, and then also getting mobility in your upper body. So honestly, I spend a lot of my workout anyways, or the beginning of my workout, getting that mobility in my upper back. So like right now I've been having an issue with the dumbbells are fine overhead for me because of the weight distribution, but with the barbell, for some reason I'm like lacking that last end range of mobility, and it does affect me because when you don't have full range, you compensate with your lower back, and that is what I've been doing, which hasn't been good, which has caused issues. At the end of the day, everything is so connected and it's kind of crazy. It is interesting to learn a lot about the body, but it also kind of sucks to deal with. Anyways, and then I take this ball to really like dig into the points of my back. So you kind of take 3 points that you start like behind, not far behind your neck, like just, oh fuck, I can't show you guys. This is really hard to show, but here, and then you go lower and lower. Anyway, so I'm currently at the beginning of my workout. I spend most of the time just getting, this hurts so bad, but getting that mobility back into my back, and I just kind of move my arm to really, because when you're able to move, it really helps just dig in. Wow, this is like the worst view ever. Yeah, so this is what I'm doing at the beginning of my workout. I would show you, like, honestly, I was like, oh, maybe I'll just like film it, but I would rather explain to why I'm doing these things, because maybe some of you guys, especially if you're moms, feel like your upper back's super tight, which go get a massage if you can, but if you can't, just try and see if you can find mobility drills to open up that back so that you're not compensating with your lower back. Like, that is just honestly so important, that, and it's something that we just don't realize. So technically this isn't necessarily on your spine, so I do like 3 points down and then it's on one side and then do it the other side, so it's like a rectangle, I guess. So make sure that you do it not on your spine and like beside your spine to really get that mobility, because technically you're not trying to get the mobility in on your spine. You're trying to get it around your spine. Okay, I'm gonna put you guys really far away, but this actual drill, I could barely move my arms when I first started this. I'll try and insert a clip, but now my arms are moving a little bit better. Still not great, but better. Means progress, which I am happy about. I don't know if I'll ever be good at those, but you know what? There's still progress there, and we're gonna still keep working towards it.
Let's go.
That one was a sweaty one, but that is something that I like about CrossFit, that you can do heavier, lighter, but the goal is to just keep moving at like a good pace and you'll always have a good workout. So I kept my weights pretty light and my legs honestly are super sore from yesterday. So the thrusters kind of did me in a little bit. And honestly, I kept tripping up on the double unders. It was really annoying, but my legs just felt so heavy today from yesterday. But my whole goal right now with working out is just to keep as steady as possible, keep my form as good as possible, to not like injure myself, go too hard, go too fast, things like that. So I just kept the thrusters going as like mechanically sound as possible. Same with the dumbbell clean and jerks. I didn't want to like shift too much or throw myself up. That's why I kept the weights super light and just kept the motion, kept going. And honestly, I'm super sweaty. My hair is soaking wet and I had a good workout. So that's all that matters. Okay, this has been my go-to coffee drink recently. I'm in that like fall mood and I have been mixing pumpkin spice with chai. I am literally obsessed. I literally want to have this every single day. So I actually made my own pumpkin spice. It's actually really easy to make. And then I have my chai here. And so I just do espresso, milk, my pumpkin mixed with my chai, and it is like the perfect fall drink. And I did put 2 shots, it's like 2 shots of espresso in my drink, but I really like it tasting a little more coffee and a little less milky. So I made a quad shot, which it really is more like not a quad shot. It's like a 3 3/4 shot extra. So it's like I'm putting in just under 4 shots of espresso, but don't worry. I mean, you would think that I would be buzzing all day, but this is decaffeinated, that sounded weird, espresso. So it's a little less like I'm gonna be buzzing all day with 4 shots of espresso. That would be wild. I don't know how people do quad shots of espresso because I would be like literally like buzzing. Also, my espresso machine is super old. They don't make them anymore. I got it from my stepdad. It was passed down to us. It's a good machine. It works well, does a little bit of an awkward kind of measurements when it comes out, but you know what? It works and that's all that matters because espresso machines are low-key expensive. And if you want a good fall drink, mix the chai with the pumpkin spice. Delicious. Now that I have more time on my hands, I am spending a lot more time kind of working on my crystal business, posting more on social media, that kind of thing. And I worked with a guy, a wholesaler here in Montreal, which is close to me, but he unfortunately closed his shop here in Montreal because he had it here in Ontario, and he only does shows a couple times a year, or not shows, I don't know what you would call them, openings, a couple times a year now in Montreal. So that has kind of limited me on having crystals or access to crystals per se, and I was getting really low in stock, and I really like the guy that I deal with. So I kind of went on the hunt, started looking at different wholesalers, just doing my research, because there's a lot of fake crystals out there. There's a lot of just kind of scammy people, which we don't like, and I wanted to do my due diligence and make sure that these crystals were, first of all, legit. Anyways, I found a guy and I bought some pieces just to kind of test it out, see how I like the pieces, see how they are, that kind of thing. And I want to show you guys what I got because they're actually really nice pieces, and some pieces I've never had before. So this first one, I wish I had a UV light, but this is UV reactive. So when you put a UV light on it, it glows, which is really cool, which I need to get a UV light for this. This is ruby and kyanite, and it is gorgeous. I love it. This piece of moonstone, which I hope you can see. Let me see if I can show you the flash. If it hits the light, do you see that blue flash in there? Ooh. And I also got the moonstone in a tower. I hope you can see the flash. I feel like the camera does not do the flash justice whatsoever. My tried and true is labradorite. I think that this is, look at that. Isn't that crazy? I barely have to shift it. And then I got a piece of this fluorite, which is, I think, okay. It's not bad. Not my favorite piece, but I'm just not a big fluorite person. Like, I think fluorite can be really beautiful, and I think it is pretty like a basic, but this isn't my like favorite piece that I got, of course. And this one here is one of my favorites right now, one of my favorite obsession crystals. It is moss agate. I am just obsessed with moss agate right now. It is just so unique, so beautiful. This is an amethyst tower, which is pretty basic for most people, but I just wanted to see how it kind of was, the quality was, and honestly, I'm not disappointed. It's a really nice tower. This piece is grape agate. My best friend's like obsessed with it, and when I saw that this wholesaler had grape agate, I was like, oh my god, I need to get a piece to see how it looks, to see how it comes out, because grape agate can kind of be hit or miss, I find, and honestly, this is a really nice piece. I've never had a piece of Mexican lace agate, and oh my god, I am not disappointed. This is like absolutely insane. I am just flabbergasted with how this piece looks. I am just shocked, and I love it. And then finally, I went with a druzy agate heart. Look at the druzy in there. That's just like the sparkly bit right here. I'm obsessed with this piece. It's beautiful. I mean, I love all pieces at the end of the day. But I love when I get new pieces because it's always just so cool to see how different and unique they are. And there's kind of two sides to it. It's like, you can really like crystals for like their spiritual things, like the energy that they bring to your life or whatever, or if you want to work with that energy when it comes to crystals, or even crystals on the other side, which can just be seen as like home decoration. Just going on about crystals, but I do like them. They're kind of fun to play with. We're actually... Okay. Heading off to the post office real quick. I just got an order for one of my crystals on Etsy, so I think the moss agate, which I showed you, just got picked up, which was quick. Usually doesn't happen that quick, so that's good, but I try and get them out like as fast as possible, especially when someone orders, like it's a Friday afternoon, so I don't want it to like wait too long because we don't do mail services on the weekend so that I don't get any dings or whatever for shipping out too late. Oh my god! As you can tell by my voice, I am sick. I can't speak. I think it's like laryngitis. When I filmed this video that afternoon, I got a call from daycare and Cove was really sick. He had a fever, the whole shebang. And so he had a cold, which he gave to me, which now has affected my voice. So I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Really helps the channel. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button down below. You know where it is. And I will see you guys next time.
Summer days burn me out, love just brings me down. Go inside like winter leaves that slowly leave the ground. Hey, you come back, I wanna give you a chance. Love me like you used to, so we can learn again. The skin is getting brown, baby, drink your night.